When we talk about an LLM, we talk about a large language model, right? So basically a place that's got a lot of information in that pulls information from places. So that is the technology, that's the tool, right? And that's what everyone's talking about. But now we're moving to the next evolution of that, which is the actual application of the AI. How do we apply that? So for example, people always come to say, oh, John, can you help me scale my business? Like I had a company the other day, they do 20 million, they want to go to 100 million. Okay, good. If you want that, you need to do this, and this, right? But they go, well, that doesn't mean I got to hire more people. No, you keep the same people, because what's happening is, this is them, this is the AI. Tech, AI, and it starts to iterate like this. And the faster it goes, the bigger the gap becomes. That means there's a knowledge gap. So what should employers be doing right now? Training, upskilling all of their employees back into AI. So they can deploy 10 times as much for them. That's what the AI agent does. The AI agent is a task creator. Like, I hate emails. I'm sure you don't like emails. So you put an agent into your email and it'll take all your past emails of all the emails you send. You can download your WhatsApp chats. You put that into what we call a knowledge base. That knowledge base, anytime it wants to reply like you, it creates the persona. So when an email comes in, analyzes the email, goes into your knowledge base, this is how Safe would reply, bang, it's done. Right? So now you don't have to do emails anymore. It will expand the job. It won't replace people's jobs. In fact, having AI, people should be very happy now. Why? It's going to produce more jobs. I'll give you an example. There was never a job title of prompt engineer. There was never a job title of prompt architect. There was never a cloning job tool, right? There was never. Now you have, right? This is why I'm on a mission now to educate everybody on not AI, but the application of AI. Now, this is going to sound really bad, but I'm going to teach you how to replace yourself. People are like, why would I want to do that? I'll get myself out of a job. No. If you're very good at what you do, and we can extract from what's in our head into a knowledge base. So let's pretend I'm really good at sales. I'm the best salesperson on this team. So all I'm going to open this piece of AI, and now as you can see, it's transcribing every single word that I'm saying word for word. Every single word. So imagine I'm on a call, right? Hey, Mr. Smith, how you doing? Look, because I started in real estate, right? So my first business was a deal closing business. I'd close deals for people. So it would sound something like this. Bring. Hello, John Lee speaking. Hey, listen, I'm looking to sell my property. Is this something you do? Yeah, but before I do that, could I ask you a few questions about your situation? Sure you can. What's the question you got? Well, first of all, what's the reason for selling? Oh, well, I'm selling because I'm just getting divorced right now, and we need the money from the property. Brilliant. Have you tried an agent? So basically, can you imagine that call all recorded into this? And let's say that employee records themselves 365 days for 1 year. So what happens is the knowledge base starts to build. Then I go back to the boss and say, hey, by the way, I want you to pay me double, but I don't want to work. They go, sorry? I want you to pay me double and I don't want to work. What do you mean you don't want to work? Well, shall we do a test?
Yes.
I've basically saved you money from hiring me 1,000 times. So CEOs come to me, teach me how to do a presentation, right? So then I recorded all of my presentations. I recorded all the things I do.
Like
I put it in from the stage, from the everything. And then I put it into a conversational AI. So it would sound something like this.
Hi, this is John Lee, well, the AI version of him. I am here to help you with your speaking skills. Ask me any questions about John Lee's 7-figure speaking template.
So I'm looking to create a presentation to sell property here in Dubai, but I'm not quite sure, what's the first thing in the template that I need to talk about?
The first step in John Lee's 7-figure speaking template is to introduce yourself and engage your audience. You need to capture their attention immediately, within the first 5 to 10 seconds. Think about what would be the most interesting thing you could say about property in Dubai that would make people want to hear more.
Here's the problem then. So I already know that 7-step template, but there's number 3 in your template. I forgot what it was. Could you just remind me what the 3rd step was?
The 3rd step in John Lee's 7-figure speaking template is earning the right. This means building your credibility with the audience so they trust.
So that's a very basic example of one AI agent that can now replace me of having to coach CEOs how to give presentations. So my team have created this program, and they want me to create a sales video. I don't have time. So I said, use my avatar 3 with a blue jacket, write a script and put it on my avatar. And now you can create content with, because the problem with content creators is talent, right?
Exactly.
It's dealing with the talent. Oh, don't feel like it today.
Exactly.
And you get none of that now. You get no prima donna stuff. Let's say the boss doesn't want to give them double the money. Let's say the boss doesn't like what they're doing and they actually fire them, say that's cool. Because I've now duplicated myself. Now I can hire me in 100 companies now. Now I get 100 salaries. So you license out your AI. And by the way, if I look outside the windows, how many developments are going on? How many of these developers do you think would have a number one salesperson that could close the developments?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This is what I'm talking about. One of the best strategies is to take a product that's already working in one market, put it into another market in a different language. But if you don't speak it, AI can now translate it. So here's an example.
A skill which you can learn is the power of artificial intelligence, learning that how to put into businesses and learning how to monetize it.
And that's your
Fähigkeiten, die Sie lernen
Yeah.
können, ist die Macht der künstlichen Intelligenz zu lernen, wie man in Unternehmen zu setzen und zu lernen, wie man es zu Geld zu machen。あなたが学ぶことができるスキルは人工知能の力を学ぶことであり、それをビジネスに投入し、収益化する方法を学ぶことである。Habilidades que usted puede aprender es el poder de la inteligencia artificial aprender, que la forma de poner en las empresas y aprender a monetizarlo。你可以学习的技能是人工智能的力量，学习如何将其投入到企业中。
It's so funny, I'm speaking Mandarin there. Obviously I'm Chinese, right? So people think I'm actually speaking Mandarin.
True.
But I don't speak a word of Mandarin.
No way.
Well, I can say, 谢谢, ni ni ha. But let's say you ask it a question, but it can't answer the objection, and you don't like the way they've answered it. You can retake that back into it, so you can retrain it. This is what people will be doing in the future. That's why they're not going to lose their jobs over this. Because their jobs will change into AI prompt engineers for their own AI. Because if you look how people work in jobs now, you get paid a salary to work on a job. You get paid per hour, right? That's the value. The value is not going to be in the salary now. The value is going to be in the training of the AI, which means that person has an ownership of. So here's my prediction in the future. When I create my own AI as an employee in that company, it's going to make sales for them, right? Now, once you make sales, guess what's going to happen? I can take a part of those sales and the salary.
Absolutely.
So this is the beauty of this, right? That's what I'm saying. When we create our own knowledge base, call it a hard drive, it's got all of our intellectual property in there. I can now license that to companies and I can tweak it for their product to sell. Because selling is kind of the same, isn't it? Right? You build trust, you build rapport, you sell the benefits, you sell the features, the pricing, give a special offer, voila, you got a sale. Imagine if you have 100 or 1,000 of these studios, but you're in front of me. As you, like you are now. You're like, well, John, how's that even possible? Are you going to clone me or something? Okay, let's break it down to the simplistics. Right now, look at what Boston Dynamics are doing, or even what Elon's doing with Optimus. They have a fully functional robot that can basically run, walk, it can do press-ups, it can do flips, it's got full mobility as a human would be. Actually, if you think of the human body, we're very inefficient. Like if we break our finger, it gets weak, right? But imagine if we can just something happens to our finger, I'll just replace it, right? So that's the body mechanics. Now let's go to the second phase. Second phase, film, right? So film can make something look real, like they can put skin on a robot that looks real, like real skin with pigmentation, with translucency and everything, right? So now we have a body, now we have a skin, we have a face. What's missing?
A soul, kind of.
And a brain,
And a brain.
right?
Yeah.
So let's start with the brain first. What's your brain? Your brain is your knowledge base. So knowledge base goes into the brain. Imagine there's a robot version of you, skinned like you, but it has no brain like this. It puts the brain in, right? So now it starts being a bit, robotic. But as it starts to become more and more like you, we convert from just normal knowledge base. The soul comes from generative AI. Now, let me ask you another question. This table, is it real?
Don't know, yes.
Well, how do you know it's real?
Oh shit. It's real.
But how do you know it's real?
I see it, I believe it, I feel it.
Right? You feel it because you're touching it, right? But isn't it true that if we touch something, the signal goes to our brain and our brain tells us it's real?
True.
So what's the difference with touching a real table and touching something that doesn't exist, but your brain still thinks it's there?
Oh my God. Which is like playing with the brain.
There you go.
True.
So when we talk about soul, and I've not even touched on emotional AI yet, right? Emotional AI can flirt with you. I mean, it already does. It can manipulate you, right? Okay, I know what you're thinking now, Terminator 2 thing, right? We'll talk about that later. But let's just talk about where we are right now and where we're going to be. Eventually, everyone will have a robot in their room. In fact, everyone's got now in my house, we all have a little robot that goes around and cleans things. But imagine one that can be precision, that can cook for you. Do you know they have a robot kitchen now? You can install a robot kitchen into your house robot hands come out, cooks for you. This was like 8 years ago, I saw this in a hotel. I went to the breakfast bar, I'm like, okay, I want some eggs. He says, it's over there. I says, no one there. He says, no, just go over there. I'll go over there. I press a button, sunny side up. Robot hands come up, cracks the egg. It's perfect.
No way. And no mistake.
No mistake, no perfect, nothing. Perfect. And that was 8 years ago. Imagine now. You got robots now performing surgeries. Actually, a survey that they took said that they prefer a robot to do a surgery than a human. Where do most F-ups come? Human.
Emotions, yeah.
Emotions. Robots don't have emotion yet. But it's coming because it can reverse engineer feeling.